Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Let's explore the upside down fire technique. That's one that I haven't used very much in the past, and it's supposed to be a low maintenance fire. Once you break it, once you get the larges, the mediums, the smalls, and then the tinder on top of it, and once you get it started, you pretty much leave it alone. Well, I did an experiment with it the other day, and all I had was wet materials. Not soaking wet, but they were very damp. So I set it up in my little hobo stove, which you always see these fires, the videos on YouTube, like big 2 foot, 3 foot wide, 4 foot wide fires with the upside down fire method. Set it up in the hobo stove and actually found some wet pine needles on the ground and set it in the stove. I wasn't able to go ahead and try it then, still thinking this is too wet, this isn't going to work. The next morning after a rainy night, I came out here, I took my Bic, and I had trouble getting them wet pine needles started, but I finally got them started and I just let it sit there. You know, that thing burnt slowly for a half hour. I said, if this is what I think it is, all this time I've been wasting a ton of heat by throwing tinder in the bottom of the hobo stove, and then little twigs, and then mediums and larges. Tremendous amount of heat wasted, I think. Now, I'm not going to give that technique up because there's no shortage of wood around here. But for times like this, when the your fuel source you may not have that much wood, it may be damp, I think upside down fire is the way it's going to be the good way to go. So today, on my second experiment with the upside down fire, I thought, let's try to boil some water, cook some eggs. There's nothing to do but to try it out. I am excited to see if we can cook up some eggs. If we can ever get the tap water, which is what, 70 degrees, and the 35-degree egg, the two 35-degree eggs, if we can ever get them to boil, then they don't have to boil anymore. They could just sit over some hot coals and cook. I usually boil hard-boiled eggs for 10 minutes. So let's get started, see how this goes. Now, these are big, but they're just rotted away. They're very punky. So I'm glad that I do have these more solid ones. Let's put these on the very bottom. And then crossways of that, we'll put these in there.
Now, we'll put these crossways of that. And these.
And last of all, these really small ones. And then our tinder will go on top of that. I am not sure that these pine needles will ferrite ignite because I just took them off the ground, and it just slight rain passed through last night. Let's give it a try. Yeah. It's gonna have to be the Bic lighter. That just shows you how damp all this stuff is. Let's go ahead and get everything started. There is our upside down fire. I'm gonna put you on time lapse. I'm gonna put you on time lapse, but before I do, let me show you the pot and the eggs and the water and all that. Hold on. 2 jumbo eggs straight out of the refrigerator, so they were 35 degrees. They're probably no warmer than 40 right now. And we have some tap water. Probably don't need to completely cover them up because we're going to have the lid on them. So this is going to be an awesome test if we can get enough heat out of that small amount of fuel with all the moisture in it to cook these eggs. Oh, you think I'm not planning on success? And when this burns down enough, I'll put my pot supports on top of the hobo stove. All right, I think I like this angle better right here. You see the level of the coals? Now, since this fire is burning from the top down, those flames will be licking the pot for a much longer period of time. Help me get my boil on. So, well, I guess it's time to go back to time lapse. I'll take you off time lapse when it's obvious that it's boiling under that lid. Well, I got that gentle boil. Let's take a look at it. We are going to have some boiled eggs in about 8 more minutes. I've never been able to get so much out of such a small amount of fuel, and especially not out of fuel that was that wet. And look at how much heat is left. I'm still gonna have a ton of flames and coals after the eggs are cooked. Okay, well, you might say I'm easily impressed, but what can I say? I guess I'll put you back on time lapse. And when I think about 8 minutes has passed, we'll take them bad boys off, peel them, and eat them. All right, that's my best guesstimation of a 10-minute boil. And I was gonna say, let's peek under that lid, see if it's still boiling, but you can see the steam blowing up from underneath the lid, so. Let's look at it anyways. See where the fire is. Look at how high those coals still are after all of this time. It's probably, total time lapse is probably between 20 and 25 minutes. No question that it's boiling. Wow, love it. All right, let me get you a long shot and we'll go ahead and peel them things. I haven't had breakfast yet. Here we go. Lord, thank you for this food. Thank you for such a great life and your love and your mercy. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Person could starve to death around here making videos. Hot. Right, y'all. It's only taken me about 8 years of practicing with fire and fire techniques to get around to investigating this upside down fire. Everything that I see on YouTube brings out the same points that I brought out, so don't really want to be that guy that extols the virtues of an upside down fire when everybody already knows that it's good with wet wood, it's long lasting, and it releases heat slow enough to where you're not wasting so much heat that you can get some cooking done on top of it. So I'm happy to find these things out on my own, even if it is well known already. All right, y'all. Appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.